Hi children, class 10th, chapter 2, day 5. In our previous class, we discussed different kind of equations, but in this class we are going to interpret the balancing chemical equations. Okay, balancing chemical equations. How to interpret? How to describe the balancing chemical equations? For example, I tell you, aluminium when react with Fe2O3 gives you Fe and Al2O3. Okay, it's a common reaction. Okay, so using this we'll interpret the reaction. Aluminium is a solid. Okay, and iron oxide Fe2O3 also a solid. Okay, in the presence of heat gives you solid and also solid Al2O3 is solid. See here what we done now. If you wanted to interpret, okay, for the first time we can find out the reactants and products using their symbols and formulas, isn't it? Okay, for example, using symbol aluminium, it's a symbol, right? Symbol. By using symbol we can identify of the reactant, and also this is compound, right? Okay, molecules are present in this fixed so using their symbols and molecules, then we can find out the composition of the reactants and products. Okay, so that is one point. Using symbols, formulas, we can identify the reaction. In the second one, this is a fixed compound, right? So that means fixed ratio of molecules are present in this, right? Fixed ratio of molecules are present. Here one element, this is different. Here the fixed ratio of molecules are present in this. Okay, so by using this equation we can find out the fixed ratio of molecules of the reactants and products, isn't it? Fixed ratio of molecules. So using chemical equation you can find fixed ratio of molecules. Next, third one, for example, if you are calculating or if you are balancing, okay, using unified masses, okay, denoted with U. Okay, if unified mass is, for example, you are taking 2 grams or 2 units of the aluminium, means unified mass. Okay, maybe the molecular ratio of the reactants products might be same. Okay, using unified masses, the particular resultant reactants and products also must be in unified mass values only. Okay, if it is in units, if it is in kg, okay, if it is in 1 gram, it may not work out. We cannot give exact results. All are must be in the unified masses only. The reactant side and product side must be in unified mass. If not, you should convert them into unified masses unit. Then only we can interpret or we can calculate. Right? That is one. And the fourth one, if it is in grams, okay, if the reaction, if you give in 1 gram of aluminium, okay, rest of all must be in the grams only. Okay, molar masses, we can call it as a molar mass values. Molar mass. Okay, for example, grams, we can convert them into molar masses. 1 gram equal to 1 mole, right? So then we can convert them into 1 molar grams. For example, 1 gram of aluminium, 2 kg of Fe2O3, and here if we give 1 kg, okay, see 1 kg, but here also 1 kg, if it is in grams, okay, we cannot calculate. We cannot identify the masses. Then you should go through, this also must be in the kgs only. Otherwise, you can convert all those into grams. It's not a matter. Okay, you can convert them into grams. Then if you convert them into grams, you can calculate it in molar masses values. Okay, you can find out the result of the reactants and products in molar mass values. Right? Next. Using molar mass values and also Avogadro numbers, we can exactly know how many of the molecules or how many atoms of the molecules of different substance present in the chemical reaction. Okay, by using Avogadro number and molar mass values, we can identify how many of the molecules are present or how many atoms of the molecules of the different substances present in the reaction we can identify. Understand? So using molar mass and Avogadro number, we can identify the number of molecules participating, otherwise the number of atoms of the molecules of various substances present in the reaction. Okay, we can identify. Okay, so by using these data, we can identify interpreting the balanced chemical equations. See here, this is one equation only. Okay, this equation gives you using symbols and formulas, right? See, this equation made up of with the symbols and formulas. Okay, next, fixed ratios only there. Okay, there is a fixed ratio. Okay, sometimes we can write Fe2O3, some other times we can't write Fe3O2. It is not a fixed ratio. In the fixed ratio, iron Fe2O3 is fixed. There is no change in the composition. Understand? It's a fixed ratio only. Okay. Next, unified masses. If it is in the unified masses, everything must be in the unified mass only. Reactant side and product side. If it is in the grams, we can write in the molar mass values. Okay. Reactant side and product sides. Next here, if you wanted to know the mass composition or mass relationship or mass volume relationship, volume relationship, mass, volume and number of molecules of relationship. Okay, using Avogadro number we can find out. Using Avogadro number and molar masses, we can identify mass relationship and mass volume relationship. Okay, and volume relationship and mass, volume and number of molecules relationship we can find out using Avogadro number. Okay, so here in this few problems are there based on this. Okay, one by one we'll go through it. Okay, here this is first example. He given some data. See here, aluminium reacting with iron Fe2O3 and gives you Al2O3 and iron. Okay, here all are solids only. But from this data, he is telling that calculate the amount of aluminium required to get the 1120 grams of iron. Okay, before going to discuss, we need to balance the equation. Okay, after the balancing, using this data, we can find out. For the first time, whatever the reaction, we need to balance the reaction. See, let's see how to balance the equation. Al and Fe2O3, Al2O3 and Fe. Here, how many aluminiums are there? 1. Here, 2 are there. If I write 2 aluminiums are over. Next, irons, number of Fe2, 2 Fe's are there. If you write 2 irons. Number of oxygens, 3 there. But here also 3 there. Okay, equation balanced only, right? See, number of aluminiums, number of iron, 2 irons, number of oxygens, 3 and 3 are there. Okay, so now equation is balanced. And from this data is unified mass units only there. So U means unified masses. See, already we know aluminium atomic mass 27 units. Okay, and iron 56 units, oxygen 16 units. Likewise, before the reaction and after the reaction mass should be same. Understand? Here, once you see 2 into aluminiums, only one aluminum there is no subscript, then 27. This is 1. Followed by 2 into Fe's 2 are there, right? 2 into 56 because 56 value mass 56. Okay, and 3 into oxygens 16. This is the data of this. 2 irons and 3 oxygens are there. Next, 2 into aluminiums 27 plus 3 into oxygens 16 plus 2 into 56. Once again you see aluminiums, how many 2 are there? 2 into 27. 27 means what is the 27 there? Atomic mass of the aluminium. Already given from the data. Next, plus. How many irons are there? 2 irons. 2 into atomic weight of iron 56. 56 is given from the data. And plus 3 into oxygen. 3. Already oxygens are 3. 3 into 16. After the reaction, what you got? 2 into aluminium. 2 into 27. And 3 into oxygen 16, then 2 into 56. Then you multiply, you will get answer. See here, 2 into 27, 50, 4 plus 2 into 56, 112 plus 48. Gives rise 2 into 27 54 plus 3 into 16 48 plus 2 into 56 112. Once you check 54 U plus 160 units, then 54 plus 160 units. Once you observe, two volumes of aluminium reacting with one volume of Fe2O3, giving you one volume of Al2O3 and two volumes of iron. Here, once you check, 54 units of aluminium participate in the chemical reaction and giving you 160 units of iron is getting. Initially, two volumes of iron, aluminium, okay, totally 54 units are participated in the chemical reaction, and we get 160 units of iron as a product. That means 54 grams of aluminium giving you 160 grams of iron, isn't it? Then we need 1120 kgs of iron. 1120 kg means we should convert them into grams. How to convert them? We should convert them into grams into multiply with 100. That's all. If you multiply with 100, we will get. We can convert them into grams. Okay, 54 grams of aluminium giving you 160 grams of iron. Then he need 1120 grams of iron. Then how much aluminium we should take to get this much of iron? What to do? See, 54 grams of aluminium giving you 160 grams of iron. Then 1120 kgs of iron is needed. Then how much aluminium is necessary? Okay. See once. Kgs. How can we convert? If you wanted to convert it to kgs, you should multiply with 1000 only, right? 1000. Then we can convert them into grams. Then here 1120 into 1000 into 54 by 160. Then you can find out the, for example, if you think it is x of that, this is x grams. Okay, if you go through the calculation, you can find out x grams, nothing but x grams means aluminium required. A small correction. According to our data, we will get only 112 here. Okay, so here we will get 112. Okay, when you go through this, you can find 540000 grams. If you wanted to convert it to kgs, then 540 kgs. Okay, see here, aluminium is participated and given Fe. Okay, from that data he asked 1120 grams of Fe participated, then how much aluminum required. Then using these, we can find out the X nothing but aluminum. So aluminum required, okay, 540 kgs. Then only we will get this much amount of iron. Okay, so this is mass relationship. Okay, next example. Okay, in this problem we will discuss calculate the mass, volume and number of molecules are participating in the reaction. So he given one reaction, sodium and water gives you NaOH and hydrogen gas. See here, sodium when reacting with water giving you sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas is liberating. Here first, before going to start this, you must balance the equation. How to balance? See, once you check, 2 hydrogens are present, 2 plus 1, 3. Here only 2 are there. What to do? Should, if it is a odd number, must convert them into even number, then it is possible. Okay, 2 and 2, 4. Here if you write 2, it will be better, right? Next, number of oxygens 2. Here number of oxygens also 2. Okay, next sodium, if you multiply with the 2 sodiums, 2 sodiums. So equation balanced. Here once you check, 2 volumes of sodium reacting with 2 volumes of water molecules, okay, and giving you after the reaction 2 volumes of sodium hydroxide and 1 volume of hydrogen gas liberating. Okay, but here find the H2 released. How much H2 is releasing when 230 grams of the sodium reacts? If it is 2 grams, it giving you 1 gram of hydrogen. If it is 230 grams of sodium, how much grams of hydrogen releasing? Okay, we will see first. Okay, before going to that, 2 into 23 plus 2 into 4 plus 16 then 2 into sodium 23 and oxygen 16 and 1 under 2 into 1 2. 2 into 1 only 2 plus 2 into 16, 2 into 16 32. Then 46, 34, here 2 into 23 plus 16 plus 1, 7, 10, 2 to 4, 2 into 40, 80, directly I am writing 80 plus 2. Okay, so 46 grams of sodium reacting in the reaction and giving you 2 grams of hydrogen gas, means 46 grams of sodium giving you 2 grams of hydrogen, isn't it? 46 giving you 2. Then he is asking us 230 grams of sodium reacts, how much gas is evolves? Then easily 230 grams of sodium gives you how much of hydrogen gas? Okay, so then 230 into 2 by 46. Then you can find out released H2 gas. Okay, that means 10 grams of H2 is required. Understand? 10 grams of H2 is required. Okay, from that we found value. Then now we are going to find out mass and number of molecules. Okay, so here, if we found only mass and next volume and number of molecules, we are going to find using Avogadro number. Using Avogadro number. See, so if you wanted to know the Avogadro number, see, H2, it's a molecule. Okay, this H2 molecule occupies a space. Okay, occupies space called as volume. Okay, in 1 mole. In 1 mole of gas occupies a space of 22.4 liters. Okay, at normal temperature. Normal temperature nothing is STP, standard temperature pressure. When you maintain standard temperature and pressure, okay, 1 molecule of any substance occupies 22.4 liters of space. Okay, volume. And the same 1 gram of one molecule occupies our number of molecule 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 Ne, nothing but numbers of molecules, number of molecules. Number of molecules. For example, if it is a 1 mole, then it is this many of the molecules are present. If it is 2 mole, 2 into this. Okay, you ask number of molecules, right? So number of molecules this. Okay, this is the volume occupied in 1 volume, 22.4. That depends upon the number of molecules present. Okay, so here after this we are going to find out volume and number of molecules. Okay, how to find, we'll see. What is the volume of occupation in, for example, 2 sodiums, 46 sodium grams of sodium occupying 2 grams of hydrogen. Understand? What is the volume for hydrogen? We are considering hydrogen, right? So if it is hydrogen, 22.4 liters of hydrogen occupies how much grams of sodium? Then we can find out 22.4 into 46 by 2. Then we can find out the volume of sodium occupied. Okay, so then we will get answer 23 into 22.4. Five grams of sodium required. 5 grams of sodium required. This is the value occupied through Avogadro number. But one thing, 46 grams of sodium gives you 2 grams of hydrogen, right? 2 grams of hydrogen, nothing but in the previous data 10 grams we have observed to 10 grams, right? So then 2 grams of hydrogen occupies 22 grams of liter. Then 10 grams of hydrogen, how much? Right? 2 grams of hydrogen occupies 22.4 liters of volume. Then 10 grams of hydrogen, then how much space occupied or volume? Then 10 into 22.4 by 2. Okay, by this we can find out volume of sodium. Okay, volume of sodium. See here, 2 to 5. Okay, volume of sodium required. No, not sodium, hydrogen. Volume of hydrogen required. Okay, how much? 3.0 0.112 grams of hydrogen. See here, 2 grams of hydrogen, 22.4. Okay, means fixed value. 2 grams nothing but 1 mole. 2 grams of hydrogen nothing but 1 mole. Okay, then aqueous this much. 10 grams, how much? Using this data, we can find out 112 grams of hydrogen. Okay, so we can find out value. Now we are going to find out number of molecules. Number of molecules nothing but this 6.023 10 to the power 23. Then we can find out. Okay, 2 grams of hydrogen gives you 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Then 10 grams of hydrogen, how much? Same, 10 into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23 by 2. Then you can find out number of molecules of hydrogen. Then 3 into 01 into 10 to the power of 24 molecules of hydrogen occupied. Okay, so here like we have to find, if we give mass, volume and number of molecules. Okay, if it is a mass, we can find out by unified mass values. Okay, and here in this case, if we ask volume, okay, for 1 mole it occupies 22.4 liters. For these many moles, those many of molecules we can multiply with this one. Enough. Next, if we ask number of molecules, since Avogadro number is important, 6.023 10 to the power of 23, it is Avogadro number. Using this data, we can find out the number of molecules are participating in the chemical reaction. Like way we can find out. Okay, so this is the section. One more problem also there. The page number 30. Page number 30. This is homework. Homework for third problem. Third example there is 30. Okay, 30 page number of homework there. That is third problem. 2 problems we discussed. Likewise, third problem is also there. Okay. If you have any doubts, comment us. Okay. Thank you. All the best. So now we completed all the chemical equation lesson. Okay. In our next class, we will discuss or we will review total lesson. Okay, if possible. Thank you. All the best.